day. New tonight, 11 Alive has now confirmed former President Donald Trump will be back here in Atlanta next week.
11 Alive's Molly Oak is live tonight in Atlanta. What we have learned about his visit, Molly.
And we confirmed the event with a source who received the invitation. It says former President Donald Trump is heading our way yet again for a luncheon on April 10th. Just weeks after his March 9th rally in Rome ahead of Georgia's presidential primary, former President Donald Trump is coming back to the Peach State.
He's coming here to raise money. And what it shows is we're not just important politically because we're one of the very few swing states, we're also an important ATM for both parties' candidates.
Speaking of money, Brian Robinson, the president of Robinson Republic Communications, says unless you're attending the luncheon, don't expect to see Mr. Trump.
This is a billionaire meet and greet. This is a billionaire meet and greet.
Because he says a seat at one of the tables won't come cheap.
These are people who are not only going to give to his campaign, they're going to give significant tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to super PACs that are related to the Trump campaign cause.
But Robinson says we can expect to see more of Mr. Trump in Georgia, especially for rallies in rural Georgia.
In the last cycle, he was in Dalton and in Valdosta. So those are places where he's going to have to really juice turnout, where his base voters are. In some of those rural counties, he'll need to get close to 90% of the vote or more, and he will get that. Of course, he's going to have to minimize the losses in Metro Atlanta, but when he comes here, when he's in Atlanta, he's probably doing fundraisers.
Robinson says, however, right now, Georgia probably isn't a top priority for the former president.
Right now, when it comes to the swing states, Trump's lead in Georgia is actually bigger than it is in some of the other states that Biden won by bigger margins in 2020. So we're not the top target right now, but that could very easily change.
And speaking of that change, Robinson says as we near the election, that's where you want to keep your eyes on. He says if the competition gets closer in Georgia for votes, that's when we're more likely to see former President Donald Trump and even President Joe Biden head back to our state. Guys.